All righty. I heard there was no volume, so we decided to go ahead and move forward. For those of you who don't know, that song was "No Matter What" by myself. I see Miss Michelle, is in the building. Miss Michelle, thank you so much for joining in, and I'm always happy to have you and to have you join us. And my prayer is that God is keeping you. For Miss Michelle West, for those of you who don't know, Miss Michelle recently got married, so congratulations on that. And thank you for your support, your continued love and support, and for continuing to stand with those families of injustices. If you can hear me now, please let me know. Let me know. I'm so sorry that you guys didn't hear that audio. I would play it for you again, but I don't want to prolong. So we're gonna move forward. Let's see. Can we hear now? Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. So what's going on, cuz? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play it for y'all one more time, and so that way you guys can hear the song, you guys know what it is. We'll play it in the background. But this song is something that I wrote a little bit after. Actually, I wrote the song last year, at the end of last year, and it's just a song that I just felt was necessary for our community, for the people to hear what was going on and to know what was happening. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch, which we're live on Twitch for the very first time. So I appreciate each and every one of you who are here for joining us. We're discussing the governor's press conference on today, and we want to go ahead and get right into it. Right, we are it's shocking the things that we have witnessed. The governor, y'all gonna hear it at the end. So the governor has basically come out and stated that I didn't get a chance to watch the full press conference, so I'm only going to speak on the end, on the part that I know. And the governor basically has said that that what he in his interpretation of things is that he did not state one time that that Ronald Green died as a result of a car accident. So in other words, he's basically coming out of the fact and saying that basically that was not the case, right? So I didn't, I don't really know what to say to people beyond the fact that this man is continuing to try to I think lie to the people, right? So even if he didn't say that Ronald Green died in a car accident, what you're telling me is that you knew that he didn't die from a result of a car accident. Because as the governor of this state, if you had any chance that during your re-election, that a person was murdered by state police under your watch, that or people were accusing the state police of murdering someone. If you knew that without a shadow of a doubt this man died as a result of a car accident, you would have said it. And if you didn't know, and if you felt that he died because he was murdered, and you allowed these officers to continue to stay in their positions, then you, my friend, are still complicit. That's the point, right? So the whole point for us is that we believe still unequivocally that the governor, John Bel Edwards, is complicit in this cover-up. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Y'all do me a favor. If you're watching, I need you to like, share, and comment. It's imperative that the people hear this message. There's no way in the world that with everything that we have going on that we only have 3 people viewing. It's no way in the world. It cannot be possible. It cannot be possible. We have to do better, people. We need to share this message across the world. Our people, our counterparts need to know what's happening, because the Louisiana governor, it seems he is complicit in a cover-up. So we have to be responsible for sharing this information. Now, we are not here to have a conversation about the governor's political affiliation. And I personally don't care if the governor's connected to Joe Biden. It does not matter to me, because at the end of the day, what is important is that this family receives justice. Now, the governor had plenty of opportunities to address these issues with the community. He had plenty of opportunities to address these issues with activists, along with the family of Ronald Green. And he waited and waited and waited until it was politically acceptable for him to do so. And so now that we're in the situation that we're in now, it seems that the governor is crawfishing out of the hole that he put himself in. Now, all of a sudden, he understands that the people wanted to hear from him. What's going on, Kelly? What's going on, Tommy? What's going on, Andre? What's going on, Christians? Thank you guys for joining in. Please do me a favor. Make sure you're sharing. Make sure you share, because the governor, this is what's important for people to understand. If the governor is complicit in the cover-up of the murder of Ronald Green, first of all, it's criminal. Secondly, he's covering up the murders of many other people across the state of Louisiana, because the state police investigate these murders. And if a state police can cover up their own mess, and if they can, and if they are doing things that other police entities know about, don't you think for 1 second that they will not go, okay, and do whatever it is that they can do to cover up for everybody else? Oh no, bro, you're good. We have a Zoom tonight for a planning Zoom tonight, so make sure that you're on. I'm sure Angela is going to send you that link, so please make sure you're on for that if you can be. We understand, man. It's definitely difficult to make everything. We can't make everything. It's impossible. I'm looking at the phone talking to you because I'm watching the live comments from the phone. But so there is an issue that we have when the governor is basically saying that he's not complicit in the cover-up, right? But we know that he is. We know that he is. How do we know that he is? Because he knew about it. And he's telling you he knew about it without telling you he knew about it. He's saying, well, you know, we didn't know that this was all going on. And no, well, I never said that he died as a result of a car accident. So if you didn't say he died as a result of a car accident, and which I felt that if you thought he did, then you would have said that. So you're indicating to me that you knew that he was murdered. And so if you knew that he was murdered, we have a bigger problem on our hands than which you may or may not have lied about, because what you didn't say is criminal. White silence is white violence, Governor. Don't you remember that? We screamed that outside of your mansion. White silence is white violence. So why is it now that you're basically saying all of a sudden that you just didn't have to address it? Well, especially when we know you knew it was murder from the beginning, because of the text message that you responded with, okay, thanks. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, but his response was, okay, thanks. So how is it that we got from, you know, you not speaking to us at all to all of a sudden you're doing a press conference addressing what may or may not be two lies about how you handled the situation? Well, let's talk about the truth, Governor. The truth of the matter is you decided not to address the issue. You decided that you would be quiet on the issue. You decided that you would ignore activists and other groups calling for you to speak out on the issue. Well, we are here to remind the people of what was done to galvanize around what happened. We know what went down, Mr. Governor. You remember this? I'm going to pull it up for you just in case you may have forgotten, because this was at the state capitol. And I hope it'll be able to be shown and shared. Let's see. I asked for it to share system audio, so I hope that it will do so. Let's see here. Let's see. Now this was at, let's see if you can hear me. This was at the governor's mansion. Okay, y'all, I'm trying out this new system, right? So please forgive me.
The biggest funeral industry scam of all is probably embalming, in which the body
So this was at the this was when we marched from the governor's from the state capitol to the governor's mansion. Now I'm going to pull up some other stuff here from when we laid outside of the governor's mansion. If we'll be able to find that, there was some there have been several times that we have taken this governor on task about the issues of the state of Louisiana. This man is not at all equipped to run this state, and he's shown that he will do time and time again whatever it takes to protect his image and to protect the state police, not him, not the people, not the community, the state, the police. Okay, can I make that any clearer? Here we are again at the state capitol with the family of Ronald Green and other families.
Freedom. Yeah. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave. And go home to my Lord and be free. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave. And go home to my Lord and be free.
So these are all, and I wish I could find more of when we went there, so you guys could see that we have never. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see here. We're gonna go to the page that was stolen from us here, this old page, and I'll show you the work that has been done at this governor's mansion. This is all to show you that we've taken on this governor to task, and we've consistently tried to address the governor. We've asked for help from this governor to bring justice to this family. So he has absolutely no excuse to say that people did not address him. Look, this, as a matter of fact, I'm so glad. Here it is, right? This is him.
I did want to acknowledge a tremendous career of public service by a very dedicated law enforcement professional, and that is Colonel Kevin Reese.
His mother had to watch while your colleagues killed him.
I will tell you that he has performed tremendously well.
Now that your state police have murdered Ronald Green, botched the investigation of the deaths of several others, you now hide behind a gate and lie to the public about what the loser, Colonel Reese, has done in the state police department.
That he and I have forged a very strong working relationship. And I will tell you that he has performed tremendously well.
Your colleagues killed him. The audacity for you to stand here with these uniforms, with these people, when they shackled him and dragged him by his feet. The nerve of you to stand there like nothing is wrong and watch as if we are going to jump this fence. We want the tapes released. His mother had to watch him brutalized. Imagine what she had to go through.
Home to my Lord and be free. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord to be free.
You know, these are just a few of the things that we had to do in order to get any type of response from this government, right? And it's absolutely absurd because we know what it takes. We know what it takes. We know what all it took was for them to release the tapes. That's all we were asking for. That's all we were asking for. Here it goes again. I'm going to keep showing it to y'all. And I hope that you continue to share because this is important for the people to see. This governor is no governor who cares about the people. If you cared about the people, you would have addressed us when we initially addressed you. We had to address you because you knew what was going on, and we said it. We knew that you knew. So don't tell us that don't try to give us this foolishness that you never said that he died as a result of a car accident.
Say their name.
Which one?
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 That's right. We were enslaved. Yes. Trying to keep those bonds on us. Yes. We want to be.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No racism.
That's how I feel inside in my belly. I'm so tired of this. Over and over and over. I'm so tired of it.
Stop we saying stuff right here today. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice. So what we want right now is for the governor to come and meet with a group of peaceful protesters.
Come on, everybody can know your business now.
That you are better off if you are white and guilty than if you're black and innocent. You are better off if you have
You think we're teaching hate, but this is not hate. This is
That's right.
Say his name.
which one?
Say his name.
Which one?
When they don't open the door, say his name.
Which one?
Say his name.
Which one?
Our city council decided that $5 million was too much for the life of our girl.
Marching down the freedom lane. I ain't gonna let no police turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. I ain't gonna let no police turn me round. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching down the freedom lane.
We have got to come to a point in our community where we understand unequivocally that unless we stand up in a way that we've never done before, unless we start to address these matters in ways that we've never done before, they will continue to do whatever it is that they feel they are big and bad enough to do. My people, I don't know where else we can go from here. I don't know what else we can do. I don't know how many more ways we can say it, but we have got to allow ourselves to start thinking differently. The mindset is everything, right? So we've got to change the way we think. I'm asking that you join us as we galvanize our community around the central idea that we are better if we are together. Now, we know that there are going to be some people who will oppose us, right? Who will oppose the movement, who will try to do everything that they can to subvert whatever it is that we believe is necessary to go forward. But however, we cannot be concerned about that. In the book, The Miseducation of the Negro, it talks about how there will be a conversion that will take place so that way people can be converted, or so that way people can be turned around or basically essentially shut down by their quote unquote more educated counterparts. And we won't continue to allow that to happen, right? We cannot continue to allow people who we feel or who they feel are more qualified to address our issues, address the issues. Why? Because they have shown and proven time and time again that they do not have our best interests at heart. Somewhere in between the life experience and getting their pockets and hands in the pockets of rich people, they have lost their way. And so we have to find ourselves doing better. We have to find ourselves being more involved. We have to find ourselves engaging our community so that way we can actually get out of the things that we're in. You know, what I find to be really disheartening is that the community is suffering, and the person who has the people who have the key to change the suffering won't do it because they're focused on the wrong things. We got black people focused on quote unquote black on black crime, and we know that that's just a diversion so that the government don't have to deal with poverty. We know that that's just a diversion so the government can take money and put it into Republican and conservative agendas, like more money into guns, and more money into things that are not beneficial to our community. You see what is in Lafayette, you got money being poured into roadways on the south side of town, and here on the north side of town, there is a lack of sidewalks. There's no sidewalks anywhere. Unfortunately, we just had to bury a beautiful young queen who now is no longer here with her husband and her children and her siblings and her mother and her family because there is a lack of equity on the north side of town. She was not able to have access to the proper stores and things that she needed to get medication and things of that nature and food for her family. And so because there was no proper siding on the road for her to walk, because people in our community are not seen as human or as valuable as others, there was nowhere for her. She was bumped and hit again after she was bumped and succumbed to her wounds. So there is a problem in our community. Now, how can all of this go back to the governor? Because we cannot continue to sit idly by while people like Governor John Bel Edwards can walk the line, can toe the line, and our people are dying as a result of it. In other words, meaning even if the governor didn't directly know that Ronald Green was brutally murdered, which I believe he did, we have allowed for a person like him to be able to come into our system and do what they're doing because we have not held them accountable. We don't hold people accountable like Governor John Bel Edwards. We just let them do whatever they're big and bad enough to do because they're Democrat. You got people like Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema in the Senate. And we think John Bel Edwards is supposed to be something better. Well, I think we have a good enough reason to continue to push harder. Here we go again. I'm gonna show you another video, and just this is all again to show you that we have been out. We've done what we feel is necessary, and we'll continue to do what we feel is necessary to come after this governor because we believe that he is not good for our people. And we think, and I'm going to just say it here unequivocally, he needs to resign. Okay? I'm going to just say it as plain as it is. The governor at this point needs to resign.
To lead Louisiana State Police, Colonel Kevin Reeves announced his retirement today after holding the position for 3 years. Lester Dewey, as you saw, is in the studio tonight with us.
That's right, Elizabeth. Yeah, the governor says that Colonel Reeves told him that he had plans to retire this year back in 2019, but after some recent controversy surrounding the agency, some protesters tonight are questioning if that is indeed true. Right outside of the governor's mansion Tuesday night, a little more than a dozen protesters met just hours after the head of state police, Colonel Kevin Reeves, suddenly announced he is retiring. He will be gone by the end of the week.
Of course he retired because of the pressure. Of course they're going to act like he didn't.
Colonel Reeves has been with the agency for 30 years, but recently there's been some criticism as to how he's handled a number of situations, including the Ronald Green case last year up in the Monroe area.
It's reprehensible what they did to Mr. Green. And for 18 months, 17 months, that officer was allowed to continue to patrol until they found out about the recording.
The 9 News investigators obtained this audio from the body camera describing his interactions with Green during a deadly traffic stop.
We want all of the recordings that are available. The governor needs to release all of them. He has a right as a custodian of records for this state, and stop hiding behind some investigation.
I did want to acknowledge the tremendous career of public service by a very dedicated law enforcement professional, and that is Colonel Kevin Reeves.
At the governor's news conference, he said Colonel Reeves told him he was planning to retire a year ago. And even though the governor says he knew this was eventually coming with a sudden and quick departure, the governor did not have a replacement ready.
So it wasn't a surprise, and nor was it anything that I asked for. And so the reason for his retirement is one that you'll have to ask him. I guess 30 years is enough.
Reeves is also dealing with the fact that just a few weeks ago, his son, Trooper Caleb Reeves, was responding to another crash in Monroe when he rear-ended a car. That accident killed 2 people who were riding in the back seat of the car he hit. But these protesters want answers on Reeves' death.
The governor is comfortable to go in detail bills, but uncomfortable giving justice to a mother whose son was killed and lynched by state police.
Now, Reeves, we're told, was not available for interviews, but said in a statement, it has truly been an honor to serve as Superintendent of the Louisiana State Police and Deputy Secretary of the Department of Public Safety. The governor will apparently fill.
Listen, this governor obviously cannot stop himself from being involved in a lie. I mean, because when you look at the fact that he said that, he had no idea that Colonel Reeves was going to retire, but he knew it was coming, yet he didn't have a replacement. He's lying. He's lying. He's lying, and he's lying to the people, and he needs to stop, right? Because if you knew that he was going to retire soon, but yet he all of a sudden retired a couple of days after we showed up to his house. Because, yes, we pulled up on him. And, yes, we marched straight through those gates. And, no, we did not care about being arrested or anything of that nature. If you knew then why all of a sudden you're saying that you didn't have – why is it that you didn't have a replacement prepared? Why didn't you have a replacement prepared? Because you didn't know. And just like you said in that interview, you don't lose no sleep. I bet you're losing sleep now, Mr. Governor. I bet you're real tired now. People, listen. We cannot continue to just let this stuff go by. So what are we going to do? There will be a call to action, and I need you to stay tuned because tonight, at some point, it will be announced. And my hope is that you guys can join us and that you can be a part of it and that you will continue to support us. I'm getting ready to tune out because we got to get prepared for this call on tonight. But I'm asking that you would join me every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at 6:30 p.m. as we discuss these issues, the politics within our community, everything that's going down in the community, and as we continue to call for justice for those that have been beaten, brutalized, and murdered. This Friday at 11 a.m., we'll be having our weekly fundraiser. As you guys know, we are still trying to get down to Florida this month. Our dates have been set. We will be booking, I believe today, we'll be booking our Airbnb. And so we need your help. If you can meet me there Friday, please be there to meet me to volunteer. If not, if you can get us some plates sold, do that. If you want to donate to the movement, go to the Cash App or Venmo Movement 337 or PayPal at Norman DT13 to support this show and support my personal efforts in this work. And I'm so grateful to each and every one of you who have watched on today. Please continue to let people know that we will be live and that this is something that they can get every day, Monday through Friday, except Wednesdays, because we have Bible study, and I got to be at Bible study, and I must continue to support my leaders as they do their work and as we do the work of the Lord. So I'm going to end the show. Since you guys were not able to watch earlier, I'm going to end the show with the video from earlier in hopes that it encourages somebody and that somebody will be blessed by it. I pray that God will continue to keep you. May God bless you and keep you. Remember, y'all, it's not a moment. It's a movement.
For the love of black people, please stop. all across the South and all over the country. We're hurting. If you heard about Alton Sterling, Trayford Pellerin, or Ronald Green, please know that God will see us through. We just can't give up, y'all. Keep fighting. No matter what you're going through, put your faith in God and He will see you through. It's a test of faith. I know you are strong. Just hold on. It won't be long. Brothers are dying and sisters are too. Children all over the place just can't get through. But hold on, just be strong. Don't you be afraid of all that's going on. The Lord will see you through. I know that He will. I know He must come through, 'cause He said it's in His will. No matter what you're going through, put your faith in God and He will see you through. It's a test of faith. I know you are strong. Just hold on. It won't be long. No matter what you're going through, put your faith in God and He will see you through. It's a test of faith. I know you're strong. Just hold on. It won't be long. Police brutality has got us all abroad. In a city where the place supposed to be happier than us. How can we go on if everybody's all in a fuss about the color of my skin? It belongs to us. No matter what you're going through, put your faith in God and He will see you through. It's a test of faith. I know you're strong. Just hold on. It won't be long. It's a test of faith. I know you're strong. Just hold on. It won't be long.